Celebrity Reads. I'm your host, Alexis K. Tyler. I'm a psychic medium. I speak to those that are physically dead yet still alive. They move between here and the other side. Hit my cash app, bitch, and make it clap. Somebody put my cash app in the chat and tell me if you all, well, I don't see or hear anybody here yet. Tell me if you can see my YouTube page, because I did an Instagram earlier today, and some people have sent my messages saying that, thank you, Leah Brown. I love that OG pretty drip. Thank you, Sheba, for putting my cash up here. People are saying that my YouTube page is not up. They can't see the page, but I can see the page. And when I click on the lives, I can see the lives. When I click on the videos, I can see the videos. Can you all see my YouTube page? I haven't been nowhere, Mr. 24 Star. I was just here a couple days ago. Can you see it? Because I don't understand why people can't see it. And I definitely want to confirm, because it's blown my mind again. Something that happened that I said 8 days ago. So when these people come over here and tell lies, oh, you can't see, you know what you're talking about, you're crazy, you need to go sit the fuck down. Why is this all over mainstream news? And why are all the airlines in the United States, why have they been shut down all day? And then somebody said 3 days ago in China, they were having problems with the planes and said the water on the planes was nasty. Now, I posted the video. Somebody can share the link to the video that I made 8 days ago talking about planes and trains and water catastrophes. 8 days ago, I said Nipsey told me about the planes, about the airplanes. It's in my reading. I don't have to make it up. It's dated for 8 days ago. The video is up here called Planes, Trains, and Water Catastrophes and Gangsta Boo. I have to be psychic to be able to see that 8 days in advance. And now the news is talking about my prediction. And not just that. Thank you, Bobby. The planes are shut down for what? I'm not vague, bitch. I'm very specific. I said it was a computer problem, computer glitches and old outdated systems. The computers were problems that run the planes, to control the planes. And CNN, international news, world news, ABC, NBC, MSNBC, Channel 5, 11, 2, and 12, and 24, and 36, and whatever you got, bitch, has been reporting all day the planes have been shut down due to what? Computer. Outdated computer systems and computer failure and problems. Oh, but I'm the one that's a fake bitch? I don't think so. Oh, hell, Mr. 24/7 Star gave me a new name, goddammit. I'm the Weather Witch Drip. I'm the Storm Watch Drip. I'm the X-Men. I'm the Storm Drip. I'm the X-Men. I'm the underworld meteorologist, goddammit. I'm the underworld, goddammit, weather forecaster, goddammit. Stormcaster, goddamn. I love it. Storm Drip. Mr. 24 said, we're going to have to make some t-shirts, goddamn. Okay, young alien AO, make this cash app twerk. Make it twerk. Make it twerk, goddamn it. Oh, Weather Watch Drip. You don't have to have a personal reading. These are things I say publicly. Anybody can see if I'm real or I'm fake, because I say these things publicly. I make these predictions publicly. If it's personal, then it's just one-on-one. I said this a week ago, and I said 2023 was going to be more water world. And I said it in Cali. I mentioned the places that was happening in Indonesia, China, Hawaii, Mexico. I said that shit. You see it on some airplanes? I know, Bobby. And so you're going to see more, like I said, of them pilots, too. That nasty, over that plane, Nipsey said that water in the plane, they recycle and use to drink and eat out of them, use the bathroom, is nasty and got disease and bacteria in it. And now what I'm concerned about, think about it. Look at what I saw and my eyes dropped because, and I actually saw it at what time this morning? 9:11, which would be 911. And I think it was CNN or one of the news stations, major news stations, said this is the first time since when 911 that they have ever grounded all of the planes and all the airports in the U.S. 911 for what? Domestic terrorism, where they said came from Saddam Hussein and Saudi Arabia. However, at the same time, Bush was entertaining some of the Saudi Arabian oil family, one they call Bandar Bush, because he is so close to the Bush family. That's when Condoleezza Rice and the son Bush was in office, and they were warned beforehand. Them and what is a high-ranking black general? I see his face. Colin in my colon. Yeah, Colin Powell. They were warned not to get on the flights that day. So that means they had advanced knowledge. I wonder what's going on in Colombia, Peru, Venezuela. What's the other Spanish country? It's Venezuela and why? Because I keep thinking of Hugo Chavez. What's the other one? Not Panama, but Venezuela. And what's the other popular country? I think they just had a coup. There's a problem there. I keep seeing those, and it's tied to oil in the U.S. as well. So I'm looking at all these places: Iran, Iraq, Yemen, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Syria, Sudan, Somalia, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Afghanistan. All these places are coming up to me right now, and more earthquakes. This is not getting ready to cool. And what you're going to see is what I'm saying about the 911. This is scaring me when it said that this is the second time the planes have been landed since 911. So that means they're getting ready to be some type of bioterrorism attack. You better look at the diseases rising, especially with all that rain in California and all that flood. They are releasing. They already got these mosquitoes that are not real from China, and other places might be developing them as well. These are drones. They look like mosquitoes, but they're not. I don't know what you missed. Remind me, because I see my internet just went out and it reconnected me. I don't know why. 911. That reminds me of biological weapons and biological terrorism, some form of terrorism on U.S. soil. And with all that rain and all that water in California, different parts of it coming out of the mountains and under the rivers and around bridges, you may see new waterborne viruses, bacteria, and diseases, or mutations of new diseases. And as we're starting to move into the spring in a couple of months into the summer, you're going to go from spots that used to be very cold and very wet, because they said in some areas of California this helped the drought, to moving to from very cold to very wet and very dry. It's going to flip from very dry to very moist, from very cold to very hot, from very wet to very dry. Drought areas and extreme hot spots heating up. Heavy volcanic activity, volcanoes coming from under the ground, storms from coming up under the ground, where you're not used to seeing in federal parks. And bodies missing. You're going to see more people missing, and bones being found, and bodies coming up out of the ground and out of the water, where there have been serial killers hiding these bodies. And they're going to be coming up in these parks, in these woods, and in these water areas as they start to dry. And you're going to see the weather flipping from one extreme cold to extreme hot spots. Abnormal eruptions and storms, tornadoes, all of these different parts of the U.S. And you see these alien invasions, ET invasions, as well as alien invasions of food, species of food you never heard of, species of meat, different types of water options, because they are full of nanotechnologies, diseases, or rare rashes, infections, viruses that you're not used to hearing of. There's a different level of extraterrestrial terrorism and even bioterrorism that we're getting ready to deal with, because you look at when they put these planes down and they're calling it the second time since 911. You have to look at that, and the government's also connected. So the government will be connected to this. There's also a form of drought to cause population control. Let me tell you something else that's very, very different for me. And I know these celebrities don't really like you talking about their business, and I have no problem. Before I say this, I have no problem with Nicki Minaj. I have no issues. I don't dislike her on any level. I like her. I like her music. I always have. That's not why I'm saying this. I have no issue with her. I'm saying it because, like I told you in the reading a couple of days ago, Lord Infamous is a fan of Nicki Minaj. He has a crush on Nicki Minaj. He's the one that brought it to me. I wouldn't have known it if he hadn't brought it to me. When he told me her husband, Kenneth Petty, is having legal problems from a lot of past things that he did. That's what I'm concerned about, because he keeps telling me to tell her that, but I'm sure, I don't know why he was telling me to tell her, because I'm sure she already knows. He said her husband's still having legal issues around the lady that said he raped her and him being registered as a sex offender. So it must have been something that just happened with him in the courts or legally for Lord Infamous to tell me that. And it's going to still come up. It's not going to go away. Whatever he's trying to fight, he's not getting ready to win. That's what he told me to tell Nicki Minaj. It's not going to go away. It's actually going to cause a drain, in some ways, an emotional drain, a lot of anger and a roller coaster with her emotions, because they're going to keep jugging at her husband. He showed me dead people around her husband. Kenneth Petty is people that he was tied to or connected to their murder through a gang he was in, and he said he's still in it, and there are two gangs. His gang and another gang. There's a bad street war right now, and it's also tied into other rappers that I don't know, but I see them connected to hip-hop with drug activity and organized crime. People from that gang are tied to her husband. There's a war going on right now, and it shows that he said people inside of Nicki Minaj's camp did not want her marrying this man and tried to tell her secret things about him. She wouldn't listen to all of it. And a lot of it is true, what they said. But Lord Infamous says she don't know everything about her husband. Some things he has not told her. He kind of lied about it or maybe diminished it. And she married him anyway when some of her people thought it was bad for her image and her brand to marry this man, and also what was connected to her brother. And she married him anyway. And so some people she thinks is her friend or work for her in her camp, smile in her face and go behind her back. And they have actually paid dealing with an attorney and dealing with other people that's supposed to be her husband's friends to help set him up and bring him down and break them up in a nasty divorce and a nasty fight. Said be arguments in their house and fights in their house, and the husband can get aggressive and violent. But then again, that's one of the things she likes about him, because he's very aggressive and very manly. He's not weak. He's not a punk. But at the same time, they say he's like a Dr. Jekyll and a Mr. Hyde. So he could be telling her one thing and diminishing the other things, or basically outright lying, or just omitting or refusing to discuss some of the things he was involved in the past. This was a nasty guy. But the thing is, from what they're saying, is still in him. It's still, I don't know. I see 3 dead people following him around. I don't know if she knows it or he knows it. They're still hanging on, and they can't rest. They go on the other side and come back. They wander around. They cannot rest. They have no peace. And it's just showing it's a witch war. There's a lot of problems and troubles going on in that circle. And said Lil Wayne, something wrong with him, and Nicki is tied to Lil Wayne. Like her soul is tied to Lil Wayne. So I don't know if her first contracts were with him, or she still has contracts with him and affiliates that he still gets money off of her, and Drake came up as issues with Drake and that boy, XXX Because Tentacion said before if something happened to him, Drake tied to him, Drake was stealing his flow. Like a lot of celebrities do. Look at up and coming talent. They don't want to give you a deal, but they'll steal from you or bring you in like they want to do a project. Then you end up dead and they steal your shit. He coming up for doing dirty, underhanded shit. And Lil Wayne is coming up. Is something going on in that music industry with them artists that Lord Infamous mentioned the other day. I think something wrong with Lil Wayne. And he's saying health-wise, his upper respiratory, his eyes, central nervous system, head. There are glitches in his central nervous system, nanobot technology in there. And in the upper respiratory, and in the gut, like he have a drug problem. Excuse me, he have several. You see that? See they fucking with me, or somebody want me to say this because right when I said that, my internet went out again. I don't see nobody. I don't hear nobody. And like I said, I'm not trying to start no shit with nobody. I'm just repeating what this man is saying. Nicki Minaj needs to be careful. And it's a witch war going on. It's another rapper, a female rapper that hate her guts, but that's also jealous of her and afraid of her and doing black magic on Nicki Minaj. They fighting each other, but Nicki is only fighting to protect herself and as a defense mechanism because the other rapper, I'm not going to call the rapper name, I'm just saying that they light-skinned it like, and, you know, they connected to the Migos and Dominican. That's all I'm going to say, but she wants Nicki dead. She wants Nicki out of the game. And she want to take Nicki's place, but I don't really see how she could take Nicki's place because I mean, I think Nicki's more talented as far as her rapping style and her skill and her flow. I don't know. I mean, that's just my opinion. But then when I, look at the other girl, I think that she's been underrated, Remy. She's also extremely talented, a beast. And they kind of suppress her. Zelia Banks said Carter put witchcraft on Nicki. That's one thing I'll agree with what Azalea said, goddammit. But, like I said, I ain't calling no name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. See, they fighting real hard and they done had some more nasty words. See, we think people, Nicki Minaj is very talented. And this girl jealous of her. And I don't know why, but they still fighting. She want Nicki Minaj dead. And they working roots on her husband. But that girl, too, that's suing. I hate to be up here sick. Because, I ain't never did no reading on Nicki. I just try to keep stuff to myself. But if it went for Lord Infamous, I wouldn't have said nothing. But he like her. And he wanted me to warn her because he got a crush on her. And he talking about, oh, big booty, juicy. Look, Lord Infamous, I don't want to hear that. You see what I'm saying? Just kept on talking about her and telling me he like her and told me to tell her. So I guess it might create hard feelings, but I'm not trying to do that because I have no issue with Nicki Minaj. Never have. I'm just repeating what the man is saying. That girl done tried to get a spell casted on Kenneth Petty. The one that's suing him, that she said raped her. She done got some spell put on him up there in New York. Is that girl there? Is she from New York or where is she from? A girl could have traveled. She been having work done on Kenneth Petty ad and tried to get them off of her and want to win the legal case. Look like Roots been thrown back and forth between Nicki and her husband and that girl, back to Nicki and them. I mean, and then it's going in different direction. And then the girl from Atlanta that's from New York is now in Atlanta. Goddamn it, sending it up to Nicki. And then Nicki protecting it, bouncing off back. Then they ping-ponging this shit back and forth at a goddamn it tennis match. Then this man that Nicki Minaj, like she used to deal with, he mad at her and attacking her on the low because she don't want to be with him and come back to him and again him, fucking him and getting him money. Look, I don't know, goddamn it. I be trying to get some rest and stay out of this shit. I don't know who Nicki was with in the past. They had a relationship and she was actually helping him and giving him money, but it was her lover, and he mad because she left and wouldn't come back. They had a nasty fight. And so he feel like, in a way, that was his gravy train being cut off. So that just came to me. So I'm really trying not to go as deep as I could go with this. But she needs to be careful, because this is not just this one lady that I'm seeing, this rapper here. They've been fighting back and forth like this. It's also other female rappers don't like Nicki and want her out of the game or out of the way, or it's you done got old, you need to sit down and go. And people try to justify that just because you're 20-something years old and you new and somebody been in the game a while, you feel like they should totally leave so you can have your chance. They don't have to sit down or retire or leave if they're still talented and there's still a big demand for them and they're making a lot of money. Just because you came in the game, you got to compete like everybody else. Nobody has to go die for you and sit down because you're 21 years old. And that's how some of these people feel. And so there are witch wars in here, and they're constantly cutting each other's throat to get introduced to the game, get their feet wet, then come up in the game, killing and cutting throats to come up in it, and then killing and cutting throats to stay at the top. But everything that rises in that industry always must fall. You cannot be. Thank you for the one donation I have received. And if no more come in, I'm not going to stay here too long. You can't get in that game and just never come down, because it's not made for you to last. They always want the next new brightest thing, and they always want to get rid of you and bring a new generation in. And so they can keep on fooling the youth and consuming and feeding off the flesh in the minds of the youth. So if anybody kills somebody to be brought in, the same thing is going to happen to them, because you can't get in there and then stop everybody else from coming in there. There cannot not be only one best rapper, one best singer, one best beauty. If you do, you will only be that for a certain amount of time. Then they replace you with someone else. Oh no, Gemini song. I don't keep up with it. I don't know anything about Lotto's mother was threatened by Nicki fan. This is my first time hearing it. That's right. How you get in is how you leave. And it's everybody blood's in and blood's out. No, I didn't know anything about Lotto's mother was threatened by Nicki's fans. I don't know, but those arguments are natural. Well, that other girl, it's not just Lotto, it's that other girl that had Gangsta Boo in her video. Them two, Lotto and that other girl had Gangsta Boo in there. Them two was in the ritual to kill Gangsta Boo, to suck her energy out from the older generation and the wiser and stronger generation, and take her pool, her fan base, and pull her energy vampire off her, then physically murder her, consume her soul, her energy, and then use it to rise up for the next generation by killing the old, out with the old, in with the new. Instead of giving her a break and bringing her back up again, they want to get rid of her and wipe her out like they're doing with other older male and female rappers that they don't want to give another opportunity, that they saying their time is up. What else I was going to say? Yeah, I spoke on the planes, gave the message for Nicki and her husband, because her husband's not out of legal problems. I don't know what the other legal problems are. I know I read in an article today he wants to get that sex offender title off of him, and he doesn't want to register as a sex offender or be titled as a sex offender. I don't think they took that off. Yeah, Glorilla and Lotto, them two sacrificed them. They was part of it to come up. Their people over him used that to come up. Hannah Mom, I don't know, because I don't know if she used, if Gangsta Boo was in a thing with her. If so, she's a part of it. I usually do it in threes. So is it 3 female rappers that you're mentioning that used Gangsta Boo? Because them 3 was a part of the trinity to bring her ass down, bring her in, bring her up, and physically bring her ass out of her body. Okay, well, it's 3 of them. All 3 of them are part of it, see. You said Nicki Minaj doesn't know how to recover from Lotto. Wait a minute. So Nicki Minaj had a fight with Lotto? I didn't know anything about that. What happened? Said can't be removed. He's already. Yeah, there's a lot of fights and there's witch wars, a lot of black magic fights. A lot of these rappers you all don't know are witches and have witches backing them up and heavy into the occult. Oh, it's 400 some people. Yeah, and I only got one donation and only 111 likes on the chat. Nah, I'm not going to stay here too long. Y'all can't donate. I'm not going to keep giving you my information. This Queen Lotto recorded the phone call. Wait a minute, because I saw them fighting her and Nicki Minaj fighting on the phone and arguing with a couple of people. It was a couple of other rappers, and it got real bad. Okay, so I got a couple more donations. Thank y'all. If you want to even shout yourself out and let us know you donated, thank you so much. Wait a minute, what happened, y'all? So basically, Nicki called and Lotto fake, and Layton called Nicki Minaj a bully. Ain't them girls in their 20s? You can be a 40-year-old rapper if you start off young and you still raw with your shit. That don't matter what your kind of like your age is. But why are you telling me? I don't know if this is true. You telling me Nicki is arguing with some 20-year-olds, 20-something-year-olds? Said Nicki called her Karen and told her she would age back. Wait a minute. Now you see what Lotto did to Gangsta Boo. That's not true. That don't mean that I didn't say Lotto did anything directly to Gangsta Boo. I don't even see her having power like that. So no, Paris, I didn't say that. But what happened? How did they get each other number? And why was Nicki on the phone arguing with some 20-year-old? And they up there making fun of Nicki like stupid little girls do until they get 40. So yes, once Lotto released a recorded call, Nicki erased all of her hate. What? Wait a minute, but I want to hide. Why? Do y'all know why? What was the? How did they get each other's number, and why did they get on the phone? How did this start? I had no idea. Really? So why did Nicki stop they bag? She stopped whose bag? Monica, well, yes, a lot of them are witches. They're taught to be, and they have witches backing them up. So Nicki erased it. So y'all are saying Nicki was the bully, but how would she get Lotto personal number? Is what I'm saying. Oh, said Lotto wanted to do a song with. That's what happened. Because this is new to me. Said Lotto performed at the Grammys. Nicki did that well. Okay. And said they talked through the DM, and say they probably grew up listening to Nicki, and Lotto wanted to work with her. And what happened then? Lotto asked for features, and Nicki turned her down. Then Lotto got upset. Oh, okay. Nicki was mad that Lotto said all the girls are finally flourishing. Whoa, they get mad when Nicki don't do a song. Nicki argues with female rappers all the time. And said, except the ones that kiss her behind, like JT. I don't know who JT is. Okay, so y'all been noticing this. I didn't know. Nicki Minaj was trying to act like a minor to keep the girls in order because she's in fear of them taking her out. Look, Kim said from the beginning, Nicki Minaj wanted to be the only one. There cannot be only one rapper. Lotto was Nicki's biggest fan. Oh, that's why they talked on the phone. Right, you should be arguing with 20. I did not know she was doing until y'all just said Lotto was trying to set Nicki up because Nicki didn't want to collaborate. Nicki is a Sagittarius like us, and Nicki is not. Well, that I said some Sagittarius are bullies. I'm not going to agree with you on that. I've seen different types of Sagittarius from one extreme to the other. Very docile and harmless to very aggressive, and then having the energy of a split. Half aggressive one time and a bully and intimidating, and very narcissistic and egotistical, to then very sweet and kind, depending on having split personalities in them. And I've seen Nicki do both. So I'm not going to go with you on that Sagittarius thing, because Sagittarius are not one personality. With them, it could go either goddamn way depending on the way the wind blowing that day and what the temperature is with them. So please don't do that, because I'm a Sagittarius. So I know I'm not going to take up for them. This is what y'all are telling me. I've seen that in Nicki's personality, to be very nice and demure and very kind, and then go way over the top and have a temper. But with this thing, I don't know anything about it. You all are informing me today about her and the younger 20-year-olds, 20-some-year-old rappers, the Lottos and stuff. I did not know they were talking, and I didn't know they were arguing. Nicki said Lotto's, and Nicki said Lotto's big energy should be removed from rap category. Why? But how could she just get that stuff removed? Felt like Nicki was stopping the new girls from getting shine. Well, no, she's not, because Lotto is very hot and Glorilla is very hot. They did a collab together, and they're both very cute. No, their careers are going very well right now. Respect is the a trait only true kings and queens acknowledge. Everybody has to sit down. I didn't say, who said Lotto looks 40. I know Lotto is half black and half white, but who said she looks 40? This is all new stuff to me. I didn't even know Nicki was involved in anything like that. I have to go check it for myself. I don't know anything about it. That's not true. They're not flopping. Lotto and Glorilla are very popular right now. I don't know how their albums are doing, but I know they're very popular, and a lot of people are looking at them, and a lot of people like them. So Nicki Minaj only do features with weak rappers. JT, oh, City Girls. I ain't heard the City Girls music. So yeah, I remember the Hannah. Okay, no, that's different. Okay, let me go further down. Nicki said she thought Lotto was at least 30. Oh, child, I didn't know this here. Well, so Nicki wasn't trying to get the song off the Grammy. Nicki was just saying that they need to be fair. Or something happened with the Grammys that, oh, okay, Lotto and Glorilla performing at Coachella. Yes, I think they're both talented and they're both cute. So they're performing at Coachella. Okay. Well, my sister let me know that people are not. I oh really, Andrea Richardson. The Munch girl. She getting lots of offers. Who is the Munch girl? I don't know who that is. The charts say differently. The public isn't supporting this new rap girls. Well, I like I said, I'm not watching it, but I know a lot of people like them, and then they like the way they look. And I see them getting millions of views. I see Lotto and Glorilla getting millions of views on YouTube. It's a child. Nicki Minaj got too many damn enemies. That's why she chose to marry Kenneth. Oh, I don't know. It seems like she really likes him. She's a very mean person. That's what Lotto's first ever done nomination. I would have never did that to my biggest fan. Who's a very mean person? That was Lotto TJ. Um, I don't know. But oh, I meant y'all talking about Ice Spice Munch Girl. I don't know who that is. I haven't seen no African prophets. I don't know anything about it. Uh, said Nicki's very mean. They said Gloria. Well, I don't believe that. So anyway, a lot of y'all believe anything everybody say. Just because somebody say that, they'll come out and say now Lotto is damn Michael Jackson damn sister. That mean it's true because somebody said it. I can't get into all this shit. Hello, hey sister A, hey sister Belle. Um, Child, y'all believe what y'all want to believe. I'm not even finna address that shit. A lot of that shit I don't care about. Just because somebody say something don't mean it's true. Oh, oh, I used a conspiracy drill. I gotta look at it, Miss 24 Star. I did not know she was arguing with the younger rappers. This is new to me. And Lotto said she was, calling the name. I don't know. Yeah, I'm glad I brought this up. I didn't want to bring it up because a lot of these celebrities thinking that you just trying to attack them again. Their business. That's not this. This is not where this is coming from. It's not coming from that place. Like I said, if Lord Infamous wouldn't have come in here and kept telling me to say something to Nicki, I would have kept the shit to myself. Like I never mentioned her. I never done a reading. I just kept it to myself. Never done a reading on her. But he was so. Thank you for a couple of more people that have donated. He was so adamant. He wanted me to warn her about her husband. He said if she's not careful, her husband will be her downfall. And I didn't. That's how he feels. So when he was saying it, I said, okay, I'm not gonna say everything you're saying. Gemini, yes, y'all are messy. I just want to say some of the stuff that Lord Infamous was saying, which I'm sure, like I said, I don't have to tell her, she already knows. But this stuff I didn't know. Yeah, Remy, I see they suppress her. She's a really good rapper. She's incredible. Oh, really? You sure her husband writes all her raps? She's a brilliant mind, but I don't really hear a lot about her. I don't know. Did she just bring an album or anything out? I didn't hear it. What you say, Gemini TV, basically this Nicki Minaj, her karma, it sucks, but she really did the same to Lil Kim. Yeah. Still, I love Kim. You called her old bitch a stupid hoe and all. I remember, baby, because I love Lil Kim. So, I remember that. And Lil Kim wasn't even attacking her. But you know what? It's a part of the game for everybody. As you rise and you're at the top, some little girl is going to come up and then admire you and want to be you. And then they actually strive to be just like you. And they get close to you. They said they want to collaborate with you and admire you. And then they cut your throat because they feel like you've gotten older and now you weak and they can kill you and take your place and start antagonizing, insulting you. But beneath that is a jealousy and really admiration and wanting to be the person and be like the person. So it happens to everybody. You just have to have a thick skin because it's going to happen to everybody. So yes, that's obvious. A lot of people stopped supporting Nicki after she married him. Really? I didn't know that, Kia Cutting. When your idols become your rivals, because you make them your rivals because you're trying to be just like them. You want to be them. That's why you're doing it. Lakim was ignoring Nicki. Yes, she was, and you could tell it bothered her because Nicki was like, I took her. No, I mean, Lakim was like, I took Nicki in, I had her around me, and she's doing this. Kim was very hurt about it. Her little Kim was ignoring Nicki when they met. Nicki, oh man, just said that. But I think I've seen some videos in the past where they actually met before. So you're Nicki Minaj don't like nobody but Beyonce. Okay, I don't know. I'm just bringing it up because I'm seeing some things haunting Kenneth Petty from his past that are following him now, coming up on him, and it looked like somebody put a hit on him. And some people are supposed to be friends with Nicki and in her camp, actually behind her back, helping to set her husband up because they feel like he's dirty and low down. He's done a lot of treacherous things in the past, and a lot of people have not forgotten and they want payback. That's what the issue is. Danger around this man. She has to be careful wherever she go or where they live at, and not letting people know her business around him because it's a group of people lurking to get him. And these people are in the same gang he was in, and as well as Rob. He got enemies on both sides. Enemies supposed to be so-called friends in his gang, and also another gang that are in a gang war right now because of the treacherous deeds this man has done in the past. These things are coming back to bite him. They are not resolved. People are still holding grudges. And you don't want, Nicki to be caught up in this or a victim because of her husband. And his sins have nothing to do with her. And then a dead man is around Nicki Minaj. A dead person is trying to speak to her from the other side that is very upset about this and very disappointed in her and her decisions. There's a dead person following Nicki as well. But it doesn't look like she didn't murder this person. Her husband, these people are saying he was involved in their killing. But on Nicki's side, that's not what it's about. This person is trying to warn her and very disappointed in her because she did not listen. This is the, okay, well, if her father was abusive, I see why she would not want anything to do with him. But sometimes, these people, they want you to look over what they did and something physically happens to them or they physically die. They then try to speak to you from the other side and warn you so you don't make their same mistakes, or warn you when they see danger because they feel guilty about what they've done. Well, she needs to be very careful about who she has around her, because some of these people around her that smile her face are snakes, and some of these people want to kill her husband and wouldn't mind doing anything to her because she take up for him and still going to be with him. So she'll end up getting hurt, or her child getting hurt, for something that has nothing to do with her because they just want to hit him where he at. God damn, Sheila Atkins, he was hit by a car. Did they prosecute the person that hit her father? Or was it hit and run? Did he get away with that? There's something dealing with black magic with that too, for her father to be hit like that. It's like a dead old, some type of ritual. See, these kind of things. Oh, okay. So then ain't no use of me saying this stuff then. She already know. There's a danger around her husband. And it looked like something he went to jail for, but it's some stuff he didn't go to jail for that he should have went for that people don't know about. So a lot of things he's hiding that the public don't know about, and a lot of people scared of him because he turns into like a Dr. Jekyll and a Mr. Hyde, and people want revenge on him. Say it was a white man here, her daddy. He ain't get no time. Oh wow. Yeah, that is so fucked up. Well, it don't matter. Social media has nothing to do with it, because these type of people will hunt you down, and they know people inside that industry. So they don't have a problem finding her and finding him, but he already know he kind of working on borrowed time. I don't know why, but that's what Lord Infamous told me. He working on borrowed time because people are accusing him. Now, I'm not saying he did it, but people are saying he did it. They're accusing him of being involved with some robberies and botched robberies that led to murder or direct hits. That happened a long time ago, maybe 20 years ago, 17 years ago, 16, 17 years ago. And they want him to pay for it. That's all I'm going to say. I put it like that. They ain't forgot about it, and it ain't going away. He know. They feel like you have lived too long for the murders you committed on a couple of innocent people they accuse. I'm not accusing man, goddammit. I'm saying these people coming to me accusing him. And that's what Lord Infamous is saying. And they seen it. One of the young men was a teenager when he physically died. And they feel that he should pay for it. I'm not saying that they say that he did it and set it up and they want him. So maybe it's a misunderstanding. Maybe it's a lie. They want to kill him. That's what I'm seeing here. Well, I don't know what you mean spilling tea with Erica. Practice these things because you know what they saying her husband was involved in with gang life and going out doing reckless, vicious things. That's what these spirits are saying. I'm not saying it, I'm just repeating what they're saying and how they feel and what they think. And basically, at this point, I'm getting out of here because there's too many people in here and you want something for nothing and you don't want to donate to me, but you want to listen to all this free information. So just go to other channels and listen to it. I'm sure I'm not the only one doing readings on these people, but I'm not going to stay any longer.